Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to go racing here at Monza for the Italian Grand Prix here at Purple Sector. Oh no, there's been a jump start there for a McLaren and also a Williams there. So Magpie 2 getting off the line a little bit too quickly. And I think likewise was Truckee as well. But it's going to be Magpie 2 leading into turn 1 ahead of Vista, followed by Street Boy as Vista there went for a bit of a lunge. And Magpie 2 has come out of turn 1 in the lead. But Vista there's lost out to Island Burgers up into second place. Street Boy they're getting ahead of Nino Blanco and Matty Pitt. They're dropping behind Brinky there down to P7 as he's being passed around the Curva Grande by a load of cars here to Matty Pitt with a bad exit coming out of the first chicane, but it's Magpie 2 leading through a Delaroche chicane here for the first time. Islandberg there at Vista, followed by Street Boy, Nino Blanco. Beaten Ultra there on the outside, swooping around Brinky, managing to keep on to P6 there. Ahead of Brinky, got PSLRL, Siffy there in P8, ahead of Matty Pitt, followed by Truckee, Oliver, Mr. Johan, Tezza, with Ruck there getting ahead of Rexy Boy up into 14th place, T, and Justify the back of the pack in 17th place. So it's been a disaster of a start there for Justify. Was he the McLaren that got off the line a bit too quickly? It might have been actually, it might not have been Truckee, but in the meantime, Ruck there moving ahead of Tezza up into P12. Tezza down a place. Not at the best starts to this race. Not like Tezza to be so tardy on the opening lap of a race. But we see Truckee there moving ahead of Rexit Boy up into P14 as well as they come out of Ascari for the first time. We got Vista there looking to the inside here on Islandberg into this Parabolica as well. And he's going to get that move completed here. Still side by side on the exit of the Parabolica. And Vista does get that move done up into second place. Now he can try and chase down Magpie Toon, the race leader who's got a penalty for jumping to start. Obviously that will come back to bite him on the bum at the end of the race. I'm sure about that. As we can see Streetboy there moving ahead of Islandberg up into the podium places. Oh, and the Ferrari there. Streetboy had to swerve to avoid Vista. Wow, that was a bit of a sketchy moment there for him. But VSC is deployed. Vista there having to give the place back there to Street Boy as he now drops behind Islandberg as well. So hairy moment there for those guys. But yeah, VSC in these early stages we've lost Justify and T, so that's the reason why the VSC was deployed. And those two crashed out in the very early stages of this race. But Magpie 2 leads by 3 seconds. Streetwood there in second place. You've got Islandberg there, who's got Vista on his inside there, going into Ascari. Oh, Islandberg's gone wide. Vista there up into third place, but at what cost? He seems to have got through relatively unscathed there. Nino Blanco now attacking on him as well. You've got Vita Ultra and Stiffy in hot pursuit here, going down towards Parabolica. Lots of cars in a very, very short space here. AlphaTauri there down the inside. Vita Ultra kept making a move, trying to make a move there for third place. Couldn't get it done there on the back of Vista. As you can see, Stiffy there moving ahead. Nino Blanco on the exit of Parabolica as well up into fifth place. Tesla's also got around Mr. Johan up into P10 as well, so that's a move there. Full position into the points goes Tezza. And Vita Ultra's moved out of Vista as well, down the start finish straight into turn 1. He's going to complete that move. Vista there trying to keep himself, Vita Ultra trying to keep himself there. And they're side by side on the exit of turn 1. You can see Stiffy there on the outside of Vista now, coming through the curve of Grande once again. Matty Pitt's got ahead of Islandberg as well. Mr. Johan also ahead of Tezza again. As Tezza's now got Rexy Boy in the back of him here. What's going on with Tezza here tonight? Stiffy there down the inside of Vita Ultra into the Delaroche chicane. That's job done there for him. Exciting first few laps here at Monza. Don't know where to look at the moment. Magpie Toon's currently out in front with a big lead, and with his penalty, he needs to put out as much of a gap as he possibly can. Could that jump start come back to be a blessing here with the clean air that he's got and everybody else battling behind? Who knows at this point? He's got 8 seconds back to V10. And he's got a train of cars behind him right now. Well, obviously, he's behind Stiffy, but Stiffy, V10, Vista, Nino Blanco, and Brinky all in a train of cars. 5 of them here, all in a DRS train. But Stiffy here at the head of this pack, coming down towards the Parabolica once again. V10 Ultra having a little look to the inside. Be a fool to go for a move there because he sacrificed the DRS out at the final corner onto the start finish straight. So you need to just wait and be patient here. Thing is, though, Vista's going to be waiting in the wings as well here. Over the line we come as Magpie 2 comes in and serves that drive-through penalty. In the end, it didn't really pay him any dividends at all. As you got Vita and Ultra there moving ahead of Stiffy down the start finish straight as well, up into second place. Stiffy now having to defend from Vista. Vista though down the inside as well, as Vita and Ultra Stiffy managed to hold it around the outside there and maintains third place there. But V10 up into second place. Now Vista's going to be attacking on Stiffy all the way through the Curva Grande as well. Nino Blanky and Brinky right with those guys here as they come through Curva Grande once again here. Safety car is deployed. Why is that? Rock and Oliver have come together here. Safety car deployed here on lap 4 at Monza for the purple sector for F1 League. Here we are, guys, back underway here at Monza for the Purple Sector F1 League, and Street Boy there's got a brilliant exit out the final corner. I just managed to slingshot Tezza there. Street Boy on fresh medium tyres compared to Tezza on his worn softs. Stiffy there in third ahead of Vista, followed by Vita and Ultra. Nino Blanco ahead of Matty Pitt, followed by Mr. Johan, Rexy Boy, Brinky Pleat in the top 10, with Trucky, Islandberg and Magpie 2 in the pits on the safety car restart, which is the last place you want to be on a safety car restart. But through the Curva Grande we go, proceeding down towards the little chicane once again. You've got Stiffy there all over the back of Tezza, but gets a little bit too late going into the braking zone there. Nothing doing there for him. But right now, Magpie 2 just coming out of the pits there. Street Boy is just ahead of Tezza as they come through Lesmo 1 here for the 7th time in this race, the 5th time at racing speeds, and doesn't look like there's anybody too close to the driver in front at the moment. Doesn't look like there's too many battles going on. They've kind of spread themselves out here on this first racing lap after the restart. Obviously, DRS will be open on lap 9, so if they continue to all pull away from each other, we're not going to have too many battles here by the time the DRS opens. But right now, Street Boy from Tezza from Stiffy is the top 3. And yeah, it just looks like it's very much follow the leader at this point. Doesn't really look like there's too much going on at this stage. Very strange. Oh, as we see the Alpine there getting a little bit wide. That Stiffy there wasn't really an ideal line coming through there, and that might give Vista a chance here down the start finish straight. But Stiffy's also got a closing speed there on Tezza as well. As Tezza defends to the inside line. And here comes Vista now as well, looking to try and capitalise. He's going to look to the outside here of Tezza. He's going to try and go around the outside. Tezza's going to give him the space there. Gives him a lot of respect. Gets the exit out of the first chicane and gets him back on the exit through Curva Grande we go once again. And Vista there with a straight line speed, managing to get that move done. Tezza letting off there and allowing his teammate V10 Ultra through. Interesting there, because obviously Tezza is on those worn soft tyres, knows that they're pretty much on a knife's edge at this point. Lets V10 go. V10 obviously in a battle for the win here tonight. Street Boy there still leading the race out of Stiffy right now. But for how much longer? Because Stiffy's keeping it within a second at this point. And obviously the DRS will be open at the end of this lap. Or beginning of the next lap, should I say. So Street Boy at the moment with Stiffy still keeping him honest out the front. There's Vista running in third place out of V10 as we can see Rexy Boy's moved down of Mr. Johan up into P8. But Street Boy from Stiffy with Vista there. A couple of seconds behind. You've got V10 Ultra all over the back of Vista at the moment. Street Boy there, Stiffy. You can see Tezza's into the... But Street Boy's still doing his thing right now. Out the front with just over a second of a gap here over Stiffy at this point. So Street Boy's just got himself a little bit more comfortable here. Rexy Boy's got ahead of Brinky. Brinky's gone wide. Trucky there trying to get involved as they're side by side here coming through in towards the Curva Grande. As Trucky can't keep himself there, has to just back up and get back into the slipstream here of Brinky. In the meantime, you've got Islandberg and Mr. Johan and Trucky here battling out, coming down towards the chicane. And Trucky there around the outside. Mr. Johan's got the inside. And he gets pushed out wide there. There's Mr. Johan. Trucky there continues on his merry way. And Islandberg there slotting into P10. Did Islandberg give Mr. Johan a bit of a tap in the rear there? I think he may well have done, because there was definitely some kind of outside influence there that didn't involve Trucky there. I think Islandberg was the one who pushed him out a little bit there. So Mr. Johan down to P11 and all of that out of the points as things stand. He might be a little bit frustrated with that one, but V10 Ultra will have DRS here this time on Vista. Well, not down this bit, but he will down the start-finish straight as we got Matty Pitt moving ahead of Nino Blanco up into P5 as well, down the back straight. Let's jump on board with V10 Ultra though, because he's going to have a huge opportunity here to make this move on Vista. Here we come then, down the start finish straight once again. That slipstream, he's got the closing speed there. He's got the DRS as well. To the outside here goes V10 Ultra. Is this going to be job done? Vista very late on the brakes there. Doesn't get it stopped in time. He does get it stopped, to be fair to him, and holds on to third place for the time being. Brinky and Rexy Boy battling over 8th place. In fact, Trucky's actually squeezed out of Rexy Boy as he's tried to keep him on the grass there a little bit and manages to get that move done as well. Matty Pitt and Nino Blanco still battling over P5 as well as they're coming to the Curva Grande. V10 Ultra here looks to the inside of Vista into the chicane. He's going to get that one completed there. Vista manages to keep keep himself nicely there on the inside for the second part of the chicane. Holds on to third place for the time being as Rexy Boy there is just managing to squeeze ahead of Truckee as well. Truckee's vulnerable here to Islandberg, who gets pushed onto the gravel there, and Islandberg nowhere to go in that one. Islandberg down to P10 and all of that. Battles everywhere you look at the moment. V10 Ultra still keeping Vista on his toes at this point. Nino Blanco close to the Macamati pit, looking to the inside into Ascari. Still too far back just there. Brinky there still right with these guys as well. V10 still keeping Vista very much in his sights here. Might have a chance we can get a good exit out of the final corner. Just keep an eye on the battle as well with Rexy Boy and Truckee, because that's well under a second there between those two. That could be a move very shortly down the start finish straight. V10 Ultra is a bit too far back on Vista. It's not going to happen here this time. What about Truckee here on Rexy Boy for P8? This is surely going to be a job that Truckee is going to complete here. Down the start finish straight we go with the DRS open. He pulls out to the outside, but that's not going to be any discouragement there for him as he gets around the outside up into 8th place there. That's easy pickings there for Truckee. Barinki here, trying to get around the outside of Nino Blanco. It's down towards De La Roche came again once again, and he gets that one done there. There's Brinky. Rexy Boy here looking to the inside of Truckee into the second chicane. Can't get that one done either. Islandberg closing on the back of these once again here after his mistake on the previous lap. V10 here, well within a second of Vista right now. Is he going to sense this time could be his opportunity? DRS getting them that little bit closer here, down towards Ascari. It's not really never taking a position unless you're actually ahead going into the braking zone. So you just have to use that DRS wisely to get you a little bit closer, but then you still have to focus on your braking points and nailing the next few corners and keep yourself even closer here. Coming through the Parabolica, now V10's going to have his opportunity here to make this move, but Vista getting a lovely drive out of the Parabolica. Every time we come out of the Parabolica, he's just extending that gap a little bit, and it's making V10 Ultra's life a little bit harder here. Rexy Boy and Islandberg batting over P9. Islandberg's moved ahead of Rexy Boy, but it's not done yet between these two as they're still going at it down the start finish straight. Rexy Boy getting the better exit out of Parabolica, but here comes Islandberg with the DRS. Look to the inside here. He's going to make this move as well. In fact, he didn't have DRS. It was Rexy Boy that had the DRS, but Islandberg just had a better exit out of the corner and must have obviously had the slipstream as well. But in the end, Rexy Boy used that DRS to defend nicely as they now come through the Curva Grande. But this time around, that line speed that Islandberg's clearly got over Rexy Boy. It's keeping him in good stead, and he squeezes past Rexy Boy down towards the Roche chicane. But here comes Rexy Boy now looking to the inside. He's going to try and lunge one here, but Islandberg's going to keep it right outside. Rexy Boy there has to get out of it right at the last minute there. Islandberg there getting onto that position up into 9th place. That's job done there for him. As V10's just dropped off at the back of Vista a little bit here. The gap's now almost a second here between these two. So his charge towards the podium place has just sort of waned a little bit here. You got Truckee there moving ahead of Nino Blanco up into 7th place down towards Ascari. Rexy Boy still well within a second of Islandberg at this point in that battle for P9. Always gap to Stiffy now, only 0.3 of a second. You can see Vista in the background there with V10 Ultra, not too far from him. Barinki's made the move on Messi Pit here, down the start finish straight up into P5, gets that one done into turn 1, nicely done there from Barinki. As here comes Rexy Boy now trying again on Islandberg into turn 1. Islandberg managing to hold his ground again, but Rexy Boy's going to get the better exit around the outside there of turn 1, gets himself up into 9th place. But Islandberg, once again, we've seen on previous laps, has got the straight line speed. This time though, Rexy Boy's that little bit further ahead going through the Curva Grande. And we got a VSC anyway, but he wasn't close enough anyway. That wouldn't have happened regardless. But the VSC's been deployed for something, not sure what. Tesla's struggling here at the back. I don't know if it was him that triggered it. But nonetheless, we'll just be stopping for a second just to wait for the green light to get going again. Eilenberg then moving ahead of Rexboy up into P9 into turn 1. Matty Pitt still keeping close to the back of Brinky right now. He got pretty close under braking there going into turn 1. But he's too far back coming through the Curva Grande. He won't be able to make a move going into the chicane here. Stiffy right on the back of Street Boy now as well. These two have been 1 and 2 now since the since the pit stop, since the first safety car. And I'll tell you what, this is going to be a massive drive for one of these two, because I haven't seen either of them take a win this season. It's mostly been V10, Tezza, with Vista popping in with a couple of wins, I think, Justify as well. But yeah, other than that, it's really been, nobody else actually, to be honest. But these two have a good chance. Vista could be the one to spoil the party, but he's running in third place on the slower tyres. The question is, can these two get these medium tyres to the end here? Monza's not known for being too demanding on the tyres. The heavy braking zones do take a lot of do exert a lot of pressure on the tyres, but the lack of corners, the fact that there's so many long straights, kind of counters that a little bit. But Stiffy there down the inside, back into turn 1 again, gets that move done on Street Boy. Vista in the background closing in now, starting to get a bit of a second wind on those hard tyres in comparison to those mediums. It's all going to play out in these last 5 laps, and you've got Street Boy there looking to the inside, having a little feint, but Stiffy in the lead of the race, having taken it from Street Boy a few overs to go. Now can Stiffy bring this one home? Can he now ramp home his advantage, or is Street Boy going to come back at him here? Street Boy's keeping himself close here. We'll have DRS coming out of Lesmo 1 down the straight towards Ascari. This could be his chance to keep himself in this battle for the win. Stiffy didn't get a great exit out of Lesmo 2, but neither did Street Boy. But Street Boy's just got to use his DRS to get himself a little bit closer, keep himself in the hunt here, down towards Ascari. Here we go. The gap into Ascari, just over 0.4 of a second, as Stiffy and Street Boy currently battling out for the win. Vista is closing that gap to these two as this race goes on. Those hard tyres are now starting to come back to him. The medium tyres for Stiffy and Street Boy now starting to go off a little bit as we now come down towards the Parabolica once again. Street Boy keeping himself in the DRS. Will have a chance coming down the start finish straight. Gets onto the power very early there as well, risking it for a biscuit there. The wheel spin there almost turned him around, but he's very, very close here down the start finish straight, and this could be a big opportunity here for Street Boy to get back at Stiffy here. Over the line we come to complete lap 15 of the race, onto lap 16 now. Street Boy getting closer and closer, too far back into turn 1, not going to happen from there. Stiffy still running in P1. Oh, Street Boy absolutely clouts him in the rear there. What was going on? And Stiffy's going to be absolutely fuming, and that is going to hand the win to Vista, because surely Street Boy's going to have to give that position back. And just to add insult to injury, Stiffy gets a 5-second penalty. Well done, EA. Well done. Geniuses. Well done. What a game. As we can see there, something else happened. Yeah, everyone's getting ahead of Stiffy. That's why I'm noticing a green arrow. But anyway, Street Boy's gone wide, going out of Lesbo 1. That damage there, front right end plate there. A bit of karma there for Street Boy, for steaming into the back of Stiffy. And Vista there now into clean air. Stiffy's going to be absolutely fuming with that. Street Boy had a chance to fight for the win, and he's kind of blown it. What can V10 Ultra do here in third place? I think he's a bit too far back off of Vista to win this race. 2.5 seconds. He's also got to try and negotiate Street Boy without running into any trouble here. I reckon this is Vista's race to lose, with 3 laps and a corner to go. As here he comes then, Vista. About to start lap 17 and 19 here. We got Street Boy. He's going to have to come into the... No, he's not going to come into the pits because only got 3 laps left. His damage is probably costing him about 2 or 3 seconds a lap, so no point coming into the pits at this point. You might as well just drive around and struggle for the last couple of laps. Brinky here, close on Matty Pitt with the DRS here, coming down towards turn 1. Is he going to get there just a little bit too late? Look at the outside here. Matty Pitt covering that inside line off. Matty Pitt is going to manage to keep ahead of Brinky for the time being. Brinky can't get it around him for now. Trucky there just waiting in the wings in P6, right behind these two at the moment. These 3 battling over 4th place. But Street Boy here still keeping ahead of V10 Ultra as well for 2nd place. Somehow, despite that damage, Vista in the meantime is just riding off into the sunset though with this race lead. V10's got ahead of Street Boy there going into Ascari. So V10 Ultra now up into P2. So come out of the corner now, down the back straight towards Parabolica once again. Street boy there, just getting a little bit too late there, going into turn 1 on the back of V10. Brinky there, moving up into 4th place there on Matty Pitt with DRS open, and here comes Truckee now as well, down the inside. Oh, Truckee's messed it up completely there, and luckily for Brinky, he saw him coming, but Brinky's managed to be put off a little bit there, and that's going to allow Matty Pitt to attack here, coming through Curva Grande. Truckee in the end losing both places, as he should have done there, because that was just a bit of a crazy move there for him. I know it wasn't intentional, but one of those things, unfortunately for him, but nonetheless, Matty Pitt a little bit too far back on Brinky there into the Della Rocha chicane. Nothing doing there for him. Exciting laps though with Brinky there moving up, or rather holding 4th place there. But he did really well to see Truckee in the mirrors, because Truckee almost went into the side of him there. That could have been extremely close to tears if Brinky hadn't had that awareness, which he had. Matty here closing onto the back of Brinky, but too far back. And that's not going to happen into Ascari despite the DRS there. Truckee hoping he can get himself back into this fight here, just behind these guys. Vista, the race leader, about to start the final lap of the race here. 4 seconds is gap to V10 Ultra in 2nd place. Street boy there keeping V10 just about within DRS at the moment. He'll have that rear wing open. That'll give him a little bit closer, but I think V10 has got the measure of him right now, as Matty Pitt will have DRS here on Brinky this time around. And I'll tell you what, we could be seeing Matty Pitt and Truckee moving ahead of Brinky here. They're both going to have the slingshot. They're both going to be closing and closing and closing. Matty Pitt now making a move to the inside there into turn 1. That's going to be job done there for Matty Pitt on board with Brinky. You can see Truckee there closing up onto the back of them as well there into turn 1, but he's too far away to be able to get ahead of Brinky. Matty Pitt up into 4th place here as we start the final lap of the race here. Through the Curva Grande we go again. Is Brinky going to be close enough to come back at him down towards the Della Rocha chicane? He's going to be closing and closing and closing, but he's too far away there. That's not going to happen going into the corner for the time being. Has a little fade to the inside. He's too far back there. Truckee just waiting behind him at the moment. You've got Vista still out in front with a 4.5 second gap over V10 Ultra. His gap to Street Boy now just over a second, so he's looking safe there in that P2 for the time being. Brinky still trying to get something done here with Matty Pitt as they come through Lesmo 2 for the final time here in this race. Truckee's still there with these, but he's going to need the mistake to happen, I think, in front of him. Brinky will have DRS here on the back of Matty Pitt, which will help him defend here from Truckee. Truckee's trying and get close here into Ascari. That's not going to happen though. Final few corners here at Monza, as we've got to jump to the race leader Vista, because he's coming out of the Parabolica and he's been fortuitous here tonight. You've got to say, with Street Boy coming together with Stiffy, but nonetheless he was in the right place at the right time. Vista over the line to take the race victory tonight here at Monza. It's going to be V10 Ultra to take 2nd place out of Street Boy, who actually Street Boy gets the 2nd on the podium, so it's a Street Boy P2, V10 Ultra over in 3rd with Matty Pitt 4th. Truckee gets 5th on the penalties there. Brinky dropping down. Nino Blanco 6th. Brinky 7th in the end, ahead of Eilenberg in 8th. Rexy Boy is going to come over to take 9th place here in this race, ahead of Magpie 2, and he's going to come around the final corner here to take P10, the final point there for Magpie 2. Now, what happened to Teza Muzza here tonight? Goodness only knows. He's pitted to try and get the fastest lap, but this race tonight, a rare blot on his copybook here for Teza Muzza. Real surprised to see him so far down. This is not the sort of performance that we've come accustomed to for this man here, but nonetheless, I'm sure he'll be back fighting for the next one. But yeah, not the situation that we're used to seeing from him, or the situation that I'm sure he would have been hoping for. But here he comes nonetheless into the final corner, and yeah, P11 here for Teza Muzza, so not ideal at all. And he into the pits he comes, so yeah, not going to get the fastest lap either, so yeah. Strange old night for Teza Muzza, but that is that then, ladies and gentlemen, for tonight's action here at the Autodrome de Nazionale Monza. Yeah, can't do pronunciations, but nonetheless, you know what I mean. Anyway, thanks for joining us for the 2nd Purple Sector race of this week, and make sure you stay with us here if you're watching on the Super Sunday here on the Motive Racing YouTube channel, because we're going to have Motive Racing's F1 League, the final round of the season, coming up after this. It's a shame really, because it's flown by. It really has, but we'll be back in September. It's a long gap now. It's going to be a 3-month break now, just over, until we get going for the next season on F1 for Motive. I believe the purple sector will be starting in about August, but don't quote me on that. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, it's going to be a long old summer. I'll tell you that. For Motive, I'm hoping we should be running the GT3 on Sunday. That will be on a break actually in a few weeks, and then it should start up again in hopefully July. And then fingers crossed we'll have a Porsche Super Cup as well on Saturday evenings. So we'll have a bit of action for the Sunday night. We'll probably record the Porsche Cup and just stream it along with the GT3 on Sunday, so we'll have some action. But yeah, we're going to have no F1 for 3 months. That's going to be very sad. But anyway, we'll see you all very soon, guys. Take it easy. Hopefully you stay with us for the F1, for Motives F1, and also the GT3 coming up PM. But yeah, see you soon in a bit. Bye-bye.